All right, so still wearing a Blue Jays cap. And I'll be discussing baseball on the weekend. I'll be talking about football on the weekend as well. I want to talk about Big Brother today. So they had a triple elimination last night, and honestly, I don't really care. I watched like 3 minutes of it, and then I just went and checked out the spoiler site after. So this year's Big Brother is bringing up the issue that's really killed the show for me for years now. Then I watched Love Island, and it hit me what it is with Big Brother that I don't like. And comparing it to a show like Love Island really brings it across. So Love Island, you have a winner at the end that gets $100,000. You can split it with your mate, or you can keep it for yourself. If you open up the envelope, you have 100 grand. And it's voted on by the public. The public votes for which couple they like the best at the end of the year, and there you go. And it's this show where all these couples, and there's some backbiting and there's some fighting along the way, but in general people get along, and in general it's a good spirit to the whole thing. And again, there's Carrington, who, I have to say, Carrington makes some mistakes along the way, but I think he got it right in the end. I hope him and Laurel stick together. I have my doubts. I know everybody does, but I hope he proves them wrong. Speaking as somebody who's proven people wrong many, many, many times over, hopefully that works for him as well. Because Laurel seems like a really, really, really nice girl. So, Big Brother's issue comes from that. So we watch Love Island. It's this it brings you up, and it's a good show. Big Brother, you have this giant alliance right out of the gate. Day one. All right, we make an alliance? Got it. You see everybody gets the alliance. All right, so we're the committee? Got it. That alliance runs the game right up until the end. You don't need to watch months of episodes of Big Brother, because in the end, the giant alliance is going to win. And once they win, say 2 or 3 weeks in a row, that's it. They run the house. It's over. We used to have alliances of 2, 3 members, maybe 3 or 4. It's become ridiculous. And all that Big Brother is now is creating an alliance, outing an alliance, betraying an alliance. There's no game to it anymore. And they all say, oh, we're just playing the game. No, you're not. This is the safest of safe things you can do. Okay, we're all a group. Got it. Okay, just tell me to vote with the rest of the group. We're in this ridiculous world now where in Big Brother, you can have a vote of 9-3 to vote somebody out, and the people in control of the house will have an absolute, complete, and total meltdown because 3 votes went to the other guy. What world are we living in now where that's considered to be a good show? On what level? And then rumors as well that alliances may have been created before these people entered the house. That goes against the spirit of the show. So fixing the alliance problem is simple. Take the vote away from the people in the house. Completely take it away from people in the house. So what you could do is you can have the house nominate 2 people. And you can have gameplay where they're like, all right, we're going to nominate these 2 people. We're going to nominate you, Reggie, and you, Billy, and you guys are going to be up. And then there's America's vote. So America has a vote. And this can work. And what used to happen was, the reason that Big Brother took away the vote from America is because you'd have these basically people calling in over and over and over and over just to stuff the vote for one person or stuff the vote for somebody else. You can make sure that doesn't happen now. When I watched and saw who won Love Island, I didn't have any thoughts of, I wonder if they stuff the vote somehow. So here's what you do. You have the house vote, put up 2 people. That same day, you have America's vote, where the least popular person in the house, nominated. And their face comes up on the board. This is America's vote. Bam. And so the people in the house go, huh. The only person that would be immune would be the head of household. Head of household would not be eligible to be America's vote. But then when it comes to voting night and you have the reveal of who's out, it'd be one of the 2 that the house votes. You can have the veto. You can have the whole thing. You can still do all that. But then America gets the final vote. So that you could have this big alliance. You could have Janelle and Kaser are up. Janelle and Kaser are up. Who got voted out? Nicole. Pardon? All right. Kaser and Janelle are up again. All right, we're going to get one of them out this week. Who's out? Danny. Pardon? The alliances don't happen. In that situation, this scheming behind each other's backs, this horrible two-faced prick behavior that's been encouraged this year and rewarded, you don't do that. Because now, when you're on camera, you go, oh man, I look like a jerk. America could totally vote me out. Maybe if I want that $500,000, I should change some of my behaviors. Now, I'm not talking about making it so that it's all, sugar-coated and all fine. Because it wasn't original. Even when America was voting, it wasn't. What I remembered was that the first year, Jordan was up for elimination. And so she decided, all right, well, since America's trying to vote me out, I'm going to jump naked on the trampoline. You've got to admire the girl's creativity in trying to find a way for America to keep her in the house. You have to admire that. And that was many, many years ago. And, she came out of it all right. She did get voted out, but she ends up on the radio. She ends up with her own show because, she got people talking. Big Brother as it is right now, that, like I said, you would miss nothing. If you watched the first episode of the show and you skipped all the way to last night, you've missed nothing. It has been just the alliance running the house. There's a big fight between Christmas and Davon and Bailey. And outside of that, not really much of anything. A lot of backstabbing and a lot of, whatever. But it doesn't mean anything because the alliance ran the house. They ran the house the whole way through. For Big Brother to fix the problem, you need to take that power from the house guests. Where that giant alliance, like, we run the house. That doesn't matter. America's going to decide which one of you guys are going home. And then what you end up with is that the guy like Kevin could have a chance at winning. David probably still would have got voted out. I'm going to be honest. I think David, while there were some online trying to get, we want David to stick around, I don't think that happens. But these giant alliances, like last year it was horrible behavior by horrible people last year, and they won. And this year it's kind of the same thing. Where, I've really disliked a lot of the members of this alliance. And I'm like, okay, so all the people I like are going home? Like Kaser. You're like, oh, Kaser's great in gameplay. No, he's not. What are you talking about? And they're like, oh, we got to get Janelle out because she's the queen of Big Brother. She wasn't winning squat. But it's the easy one. And America would not have voted out Janelle. America would not have voted out Kaser. They'd still be in the house. That alliance that everybody can't stand, and I'm talking about like most people online, most Big Brother fans that I've seen cannot stand the alliance. I've seen people saying, well, Davon's out, I'm done. David's out, I'm not watching it. And there are people who are really ticked off and put off by the behavior of people in the house for 2 years running. If you want this show to bounce back and have some air of unpredictability, you've got to erode the whole alliances thing because it makes it really boring to watch too. It just does. And on Love Island, it's not a thing. Love Island, the only preservation you see is when they're pairing up and there's more girls than guys, more guys than girls, and people do the math and they go, oh, I don't have anybody that's paired up with me. I'd better start figuring out who I can try to get to pair up with me or else I'm out of here. But again, that's about a relationship, and that creates some chaos in there. But in general, the people that are desperately trying to stay in, they don't, because they're not going to get picked. And I think that it just, to me, it revealed to me that I understand Love Island's ratings aren't as high necessarily as Big Brother. I didn't see the ratings for this year, comparatively speaking. But I know one show I was really looking forward to, and the other one I can't be bothered with anymore. And I've been watching Big Brother since the start. Like last night, they had Dr. Will. And I'm like, okay, so now they're bringing in Dr. Will. All this reminds me of is when somebody played the game right. When somebody played it right. When Dr. Will was like, I hate all of you. All right, now that's all I got. I hate everybody. And they all went, well, we're going to take this guy to the final too because he hates us. And since he hates everybody, nobody's going to vote for him. And then they did. People went, you know what? I'll vote for him because... you know what? He was honest. So it is fascinating to see how this works. And Dr. Will as well, as scheming and underhanded as he was very popular too. So Dr. Will would not have gotten voted out by America. But that was in a year before with these massive alliances. Back in, I think that was season 2 with Dr. Will. I think he had maybe 2-person alliance here or 2-person alliance there, and then you kind of guess. This is this whole get 7 or 8 people together thing. It's absolutely bloody ridiculous. And it happened last year too. So this isn't just because it's All Stars, so it's not going to happen next year. No, as soon as people get in the house, it's, you want to create an alliance? Okay, cool. So there's 2 of us. Hey, alliance. All right, it's 3 of us. All right, you. All right, we got 4 of us. All right, you. We got 5. Okay, we got 5. We get a 6th, and then they get like 6. And they go, okay, so the 6 of us are going to run the house. Got it. And it's just ridiculous. So I hope they fix it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. And hey, here's to hoping they get it fixed, because it used to be my favorite show. I used to watch it every week. I wouldn't miss it, every episode. And now, I just read the spoilers. When I'm reading the spoilers, it's like wrestling. I just read the spoilers now for a lot of it. And I just can't be bothered. So, yeah. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And I will talk to you again soon.